Let me take you back to approximately 12 years ago, to the release of a free-to-play Flash game called QWOP, or Co-op. The game was the first of its kind, a walking simulator, and a deceptively difficult one at that. After receiving some buzz within smaller corners of the internet, it eventually exploded onto the mainstream thanks to garnering the attention of a few YouTube Let's Players. While the idea of a walking simulator may not immediately draw an audience in, watching their favorite YouTuber be so unbelievably bad at the game while still having fun did. Because the first thing everyone thought after watching those videos was, oh, I can do way better than PewDiePie at this game. Yet, after trying it out themselves, the realization hit that the game was just really, really hard. This kind of design philosophy, that no doubt was intentional by the game's creator Bennett Foddy, has been around since the arcade era. Back then, developers would make their game far more difficult than just watching someone play it would let on, in an effort to suck up as many quarters spent on extra lives as possible. This game was free though, so one has to wonder why Foddy designed it in such a way. Well, if you know Bennett, or at least his most recent creation, 2017's Getting Over It, you'll know that this psychologically tormenting level of difficulty and absolute lack of forgiveness is key to what makes his games click. I bought Getting Over It in 2018, but it wasn't until 2020 that I actually beat the game for the first time. One of my favorite gaming moments in general to look back on is having tears in my eyes as I watch those credits roll. That sense of triumph is what made me immediately start a second playthrough, and while not unique to Getting Over It, it's no small feat to bring about within a player. While it took me about 20 hours to beat the game the first time, I beat it a second time in about 42 minutes. So, what changed? Well, it wasn't something that was brought about by beating the game, so much as it was something that I had to bring about within myself in order to beat the game in the first place. See, you can look back at just about every single one of those Let's Plays of Getting Over It on YouTube and see people yelling at a completely fair and honest game. A mentality like this, no matter how skilled you are, will impose a bottleneck on your progress up the mountain. Treating setbacks and failures as something to dread and not as something to appreciate will only allow you to progress at a snail's pace. Tensing up in situations of pressure is, again, natural, but no matter how hard you squeeze that left mouse button, it's not somehow going to make the climb easier. Getting Over It is designed to make you tense up in just about every second of your playthrough, because at no point is any of your progress guaranteed until you see the credits start to roll. Tensing up is just as much of a mental reaction as it is a physical one, though, and it's one that can only be rectified with a change in outlook. To me, the moment you really beat Getting Over It is the moment you go from seeing a setback as a reason you have to start over to a reason you get to start over. It's the moment you genuinely laugh at riding down the snake back to the beginning, and the moment you let go of the mouse button. That's all. Thanks for watching.
Going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad. Going down the road feeling bad.